Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Redeemed Marriage Podcast. This is Rusty and Heather Bryant, and we are back in the studio.
Together.
Do you remember last week? You called me.
I did.
And I told you, see, there's a picture of you, and I just sat here and looked at you.
Yeah.
Just felt like
But
you
I'm
were
back.
here. You're back. And we have an addition
Yes, we do.
to our podcast studio.
But only if you're watching on YouTube.
Correct.
We have a peace symbol. I guess this is a symbol. It's a, what is this called?
Yeah, it's
Like
somebody giving the peace sign.
I know, but it's a, I don't know.
It's a hand.
It's a literal hand.
Somebody cut off a hand.
and dipped it in black.
One of our listeners
Yeah.
sent this to us. Some friends that we've been able to get to know, doing some marriage coaching with, and just have become really close to us. So that was a cool gift. Came in the mail.
You know, a listener sent us that cross back
That's
there, and handmade.
Handmade cross.
And then a listener sent us this. And so we just have a little collection going.
Keep on sending the goodies, and we will put them in the podcast studio somewhere.
But I love both of them.
Yeah, that's
very thoughtful.
That's really cool.
A figure. That's what it is.
A figure?
A hand figure. Figurine.
Let's just stop.
Okay. Somebody's driving in their car right now yelling what that would be called, but it just
a
won't come
mannequin
to
hand.
It's a something.
Okay.
It's cute.
So anywho.
Yeah.
We were my goodness, we've been all over the place the last couple of weeks, and you guys hear us a lot of times. We talk about just our the craziness of our summer. We have to do some massive adjusting to our lives and our schedule, and we're right in the middle of all that. And so that's why last week you got to go to the beach.
Yeah, I did.
And then so you called in, and we've publicized for the first time because you opened up some dates to do one-on-one coaching with ladies, and all of your dates filled up, and we never even got to publicize it. So, and that's just because she's awesome.
No, that's
yes,
not
it
true.
is. Hey, I'll mute you. That's got control. I can mute you. And so you decided to go in and open more dates, and you found some other dates that you were going to be available. So we put that out into the world, and those are already getting snatched up. So if you would like to hang out with Heather and learn from someone that I consider to be the most godly, wonderful, incredible woman in the world, then send her a message on Facebook or Instagram, and she'll send you her calendar.
You're sweet. You're sweet. I absolutely love doing it. So I'm excited about the summer, just that I get to open that up because your schedule is so slammed during the summer. It doesn't make it possible for us to do couples coaching. And so this is really fun for me to do. So we have been in separate places for about 2 weeks. Like it's like you come home, then I leave, and then I come home and then you leave. And it's just been disconnected. And when you came home from Texas today from the soccer trip, and you said, okay, this is what I think we want to talk about on our podcast. And
are you about to throw me a curveball?
No. And as you started telling me, I was thinking, please don't let it be heavy. Please don't let it be heavy. Because the past 2 weeks have been really, they've been kind of heavy. Like really, like, food for thought. And, I've had several ladies reach out to me and be like, oh, that one hurt, or that one stung, or I really needed to hear that, all different kind of comments about it. But I know it struck a chord with a lot of people. And sometimes we do podcasts like that where it's like, it's even hard for us to say and hard for us to remember going through those times, but they need to be said. And I know we're not getting to our topic yet, but one of these ladies that I do coaching with texted yesterday and just was asking for extra prayer about something. And I happened to be driving home from a wedding I went to last night, and it was about an hour and a half away. And so I was like, I just texted her back and said, call me if you can, because I'm driving. And she called, and we ended up talking for an hour. And it was just one of those reminders that, because I was sharing some hurt that I had yesterday and with her. And I said, we're almost 14 years out, and there's still hard moments. And there's still regrets, and there's still hurt, and there's still reminders. And the reason I shared that with her in details with her about my day was that I wanted her to feel less alone, because she was walking through a hard night, a hard weekend, a hard circumstance, and related to her story. And I think that even though those podcasts are hard to do, even though I hear people say, gosh, that one was a tough one, or I really needed to hear that, or whatever, I just think that it's so important that we keep speaking truth, even when it's hard, even when it's tough, because it's such an encouragement to a lot of people who are going through this alone otherwise. So I'm glad this one isn't a heavy one.
Well, it could be,
no!
but hey, before we do that, because I don't want to forget this, I know we always try to share resources and stuff with people, and I think I mentioned a few weeks ago that Craig Rochelle, who we really, really like, Craig Rochelle with Life Church. Life Church is his church in Oklahoma, and he has been doing a series on love and relationships, mostly marriage. And today was the 6th week. Like, I'm so proud of somebody doing 6 weeks of marriage. But the one today was so good because it's about hope when your marriage doesn't go the way that you thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
And most of it was about the unexpected adultery, infidelity. And it just, I'm going
to listen to it.
Yeah, it's so good. Just how there's still hope. And it was just talking about the story of Hosea and Gomer and how the Bible, how God, he instructed that relationship to happen so that he could show a picture of his love for his people. And I just think about that every time I think about our story and just how it's a picture. It's a picture of forgiveness and reconciliation and hope. So anyway, it was good. And I was on a bus for 6 hours, so I actually got to watch it. I never get to watch Craig Rochelle, just listen. But it was really good. Okay, so what we decided to do today, it's been like really 2 weeks since we've had much time to communicate at all.
Yeah.
And so we haven't been able to connect very well.
Besides just the business part.
Yeah.
I'm here, you're here, I'm doing this, you're doing that, I'll be here, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously we text through, even when we're both traveling, we text and we keep up. But, like when you went to the beach, like I didn't want to bother you all the time. And, you were with family and you were having a great time. And then, of course, when I was gone, I mean, I was in the middle of, working and busy too. And plus I got to see our kid, which was awesome. And so, we just didn't spend a lot of time communicating. So when I got back and I started thinking, man, we're used to being together all the time.
Yeah.
Because we're empty nesters. And this last year has been a lot of fun, just being really connected. And then all of a sudden it was like, bam, summer hit and we haven't seen each other. So we got to find ways. And so we really wanted to be able to share that with people so that you guys will know that you're not alone. Like even in that, sense that we have times that we become disconnected and we have to really be intentional. And so we were going somewhere tonight, and I started telling you a story before we left, and then I was like, oh, let's just wait until we get in the car, and then I can tell you, because we really haven't talked in so long. And so I started thinking, man, it's important that people don't let that drag on, when they're together. And there are seasons of that, and it's hard. You have to be very intentional. And so I said, hey, I got an idea. Let's do this. You guys have have heard us promoting our friends Casey and Megan Caston that do Marriage 365, and their book that came out right around the first of the year was 365 Connecting Questions for Couples. And we had them on our podcast. They were on here we did actually 2 episodes with them, and we were helping to promote their book and stuff. And it's so funny because so many of the couples that we coach, even if whether we were coaching them at the time of that or even later, we've been on coaching calls and people have held up the book. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, Megan and Casey, if y'all are listening, we need some kickback for all the books that we've sold for y'all. But seriously, it's a great book and it's a great way to be connected. So 365 Connecting Questions, and it's one for each day of the year, obviously.
Right.
And they're listed by dates.
Okay.
So what I told Heather we were going to do is we're going to let y'all into our world because we're going to answer a couple of questions. And so Heather's going to randomly, she's going to tell me a date. I'm going to...
A date, not a number?
Right, a date.
Oh, man, I had a number picked out.
Well, you can get a calendar out real quick. But what we'll do is we'll read that question.
Okay.
And I told Heather that you get one mulligan. you get one do-over.
Do-over. Mm-hmm. Pass.
You get one pass.
Okay.
So if it's something... That's just either it's like, that's a dumb question. These people don't want, not, okay.
And now Megan and Casey cut us off.
No, I mean, okay. You guys know what we mean. It's like a question that like doesn't apply to us
right.
or, you know, if we answer that, people are going to be like, we don't really care that you answer that on live on the air.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
So we'll do that. And then I'll let you ask me one. Okay. And if they happen to be really, really short, you know, we might throw another one in there. But okay. So give me a date.
Oh, me.
Yeah, give me a date.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to do a date that's already been this year because we could have possibly looked at it already. Okay. So I'm going to do.
My goodness, this is.
All right, September.
Okay.
23rd.
All right. Let's see. Oh!
Shoot! What?
Okay. Well, all right. September the 23rd.
Now I'm nervous. No. I never get nervous.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay. It's okay. What is one area that you can work on when it comes to money and our relationship?
Gosh.
You can pass if you want to.
No.
You can. You really can.
I understand, but I think the reason why this would be important to answer is because we have several people that money is an issue for them, and it's an issue for us. So let's just be real. And I mean, we don't have broken trust in that area, and a lot of people do. But I'm honest with you. I'm just not good at it. Okay.
You're not good at being honest?
No, good at money. Okay. My best friend gets really mad at me when I say I'm not good at money. I'm good at money. I understand the concept. I understand when you tell me to stop, I stop. If I wasn't good with money, then I would just keep doing it. But when you say, hey, we're running low, stop, I stop. But this is difficult to answer because you would like for me to be involved in our budgeting. You would like for me to know where every penny goes so that I understand when you say, hey, we're running out of eating out money. I understand that concept of, oh, well, we put this much money in there and that was a lot and we've been through that. And I know that that's your desire. But my desire is to not do that. I don't care how much money we have for eating out, but I do care when you say we need to not eat out anymore this month, and I respect that. So, to answer your question, I think honesty policy is I should probably be a little bit more upfront with my wants and desires of our money and be more patient when you tell me I have to wait. For example, we need to redo the boys' bathroom. we have a mirror issue, we have some paint issue, and we have a
the shower drain.
Shower drain. It drains, but it's broken. And that's going to be $1,600 from our friends that we will totally promote when you do our bathroom. But I'm not going to say your name yet because we haven't.
And if you give us a discount.
Oh, whatever. No, we are not doing that for that.
Today's episode is sponsored by.
But anyway, that's going to be $1,600. Well, when I save money where we're like, ooh, we have an extra this month, I am really bad at putting that away and saying we're going to save that for the bathroom. I'm like, but I really need this, or this has been in my Amazon wish list for 3 years, and I could use that money to get this. So I think that's where that was a really roundabout way of saying I am not good at saving money, but I am very good at halting when you tell me to halt.
Was that what the question asked?
One thing I could do better.
Oh, and what was it? So
I need to do better at
money.
Saving and
I need to do better at money
and earmarking things for. Let's use this for this.
Okay.
Okay. What's your date?
All right.
Oh, shoo! I'm glad I brought my glasses.
Oh, shoo!
That would have been bad. Okay. Ow.
All right. So, let's see. So you think it shouldn't be one that's already passed?
Well, let's be honest. We haven't done every day, so you can pick one, and then if we've done it, then I'll.
Okay, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna put you on the spot and see if you know what this date is. Do you know what the date? Actually, let's go this one. I'm taking a long time.
You made fun of me.
I know. It's really hard to choose a date.
I know.
Okay, let me try. I'll go way up with you too. So, do you know what happened on September the 12th?
We got engaged.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, September 12th.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay. Oh, this is fascinating because I don't think you have one. All right, here we go.
All right.
All right, September 12th. What makes you feel the most insecure, and how do you handle your insecurities?
Oh, man. Okay. We're going to go there.
Yeah, because really you're the most confident person I know.
We're going to go there.
Okay,
we're going to go there.
It.
Okay. So, I could give an answer that would just kind of be that's all sweet and good. Where I'm insecure sometimes is I think every guy at times feels like a poser. That's a John Eldredge term, so you probably wouldn't get that, but it's like I'm posing as this person,
like pretending.
Yeah, like I'm really not good at what I do, and I'm just posing as this person. And I think that we do that. Guys do that in a lot of ways. That we act like we're confident in something, but we really are we feel like we're just big posers. And I feel that way in some things. I'm very confident, like in my job and the way that I run that ministry. I'm also very confident in our marriage ministry, like very confident in that, because I know that it's just built and centered around this story that God has redeemed, and we're just sharing it. And so it's very easy to be confident there. So if I had to look though and just say, where am I insecure? It would 100%, and this is getting really raw here, but it would 100% be just because of what happened to us, the physical part of our relationship. And because it's such a damaged part. And I feel like, and I promise I'm not saying this because I'm wanting to connect with all of our listeners, because I can promise you that the listeners that are out there that have been through a betrayal like like we have been through, like I have been through, they're going, yes, that's it too. And I don't know that I'll ever fully recover from that. But because it's so deep in having to, you said you didn't want this to be deep, and then this question comes up. But I mean, it's really hard to be secure there when I know that something that was so important and so, that was just between us, and then it was destroyed. And so now for me to try to feel like confident in that area, like I have to gain that confidence from you. And I hate that because there's really nothing else in my life that I depend on other people to give me confidence. Because just like what you said, you said you're the most confident person I know. And I believe that so much of that is because of my identity in Christ. And like, right. I feel confident. And I mean, even in those poser moments that I was talking about, I feel like that's more of just the enemy saying you're not good enough. And I'm like, whatever. I mean, I am good enough.
Because of who's in you.
Yes. And like, and I mean, I've got this. And that one thing is the thing that I feel like now I depend on you to help me to have confidence in that area. And I don't know, I'm like that's probably not healthy. So I'm admitting it. But at the same time, I can say it in a way that I can say the reason why we've been able to heal in that area is because you have been able to do that for me, to give me confidence in that. But it's an ongoing thing.
Sure.
I mean, it's not like, oh, now I'm confident again.
I'm all healed.
And it's just like, it's a constant, it is a battle. And to just feel, because I do, that does still feel really insecure after what's happened. But, that doesn't mean that we haven't healed in that area. That's a great part of our marriage. But we've had many podcasts about that too, that's something that we still work on and still struggle with. And probably because of that, because of our story, there's the insecurity on my part, there's the shame and guilt on your part. You put all that together, and man, it's like a miracle. I mean, there's been times where we've been intimate, and afterwards I've said, this is a miracle. Like, it is a miracle that this happens, and that we have fun and we enjoy it. But anyway, that would be it. Okay, do we need to end on a lighter one? I mean, I didn't make that too.
No, you didn't.
I didn't make that.
I'll do one. November 19th. That's my birthday.
Oh, I was going to say, what is that? No, I'm just kidding.
Rude.
Of course I wasn't. Let's see. Let me flip to that page. I mean, you can answer it, but you can throw out, if you're like,
okay.
I mean, it just says, is there anything I can do to help you feel emotionally safe to share your thoughts and feelings with me?
No, you do great.
Okay, give me another date.
Okay, let's do October 10th.
All right.
Nothing special about that day.
Nothing significant about October the 10th. Ooh, this will be fun. Okay, what's the most romantic thing I've ever done for you? And would you want me to do it again, and why?
Gosh.
Whoa, way to go, Megan and Casey.
Ooh,
and I think our listeners are going, ooh, what's this one going to be?
Good one. Okay, most romantic thing you have ever done for me. Gosh. Okay. Gosh, so many things are going through my head, but then I also really, really, really want to be.
You should talk.
Sorry, I really, really, really want to be honest. Okay, I'm going to give you an honest answer, And then I'm going to give you a fun answer.
A poser answer?
No, a real answer. But then I want it to be fun. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
The most romantic thing that you have ever done for me is forgiven me. When I look back over our almost 29 years, it wasn't out of just, I have to forgive you. It was out of your deep love for me and your deep love for Jesus that you forgave me. And I honestly, it's the first thing that came to my mind when you read that. It's the most romantic thing that I can look back and say, he did that for me, just for me. And you have done some pretty romantic things throughout the years. But that's the one that sticks out the most to me. Now, on a more fun note,
all right.
Our engagement story was pretty fun. That was pretty romantic. And also, you cooked dinner as a high school student when we were dating, and we ate dinner on the roof of the church. That was pretty romantic, too. Yeah. Did those count?
Yeah, we probably get arrested if we did some of that kind of stuff.
We did that. Okay, we got to end with you. Okay, what is it? Last one.
Okay, just a random... Let's go. What you doing over there?
I can't get my glasses on with these headphones. Okay.
Okay. Well, hey, today's June 1st.
Okay.
Let's go today. I don't even know what.
Okay.
I love how
it's not.
I love how we laugh.
No, well, because it's heavy. I'm like,
oh no.
I know.
You want me to give you another one?
Let's just
let's
heavy.
don't end with a heavy one. Okay, so let's go. Let's go with.
Can we do June 3rd?
Sure, you just pick it.
Okay, it was 2 down and it makes me laugh.
Okay, come on.
How can we verbally express satisfaction during foreplay and sex?
Verbally
express satisfaction during foreplay.
Just tell me, babe. Just tell me. Just tell me. You just say it.
I don't know.
Say it.
No. Okay, come on. Pick one.
Okay, so let's go with October.
Okay.
The 31st.
Oh gosh.
That's a Halloween.
Okay.
Let's see what.
Well, this one's light. Okay, here we go.
A Halloween
what
one?
was your favorite Halloween costume as a kid and why?
Okay, well, I remember when we were getting older, I hope, people don't need to do this, but we just decided, we did the trick-or-treating thing way too long.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because we were like, let's just go scare little kids. That's terrible. But we did, and so I remember we had one year, all of us, it was just a bunch of guys, and I don't know how old we were, probably junior high or something, but we had these... You remember on Karate Kid when they had the skeleton masks that were like pantyhose tight, really tight, and we all had those. And I just thought we were so cool because we dressed in black and we put those on and we were going to go around and scare kids. And then we like chickened out. We were like, oh, we can't scare kids. But I'm going to end with this. The most memorable Halloween that I remember, my parents... Again, don't judge us if you don't like Halloween. We love candy.
Don't come at us. Yeah. We don't celebrate Halloween.
Halloween. We love free candy. Okay. So, that's just the way it was. And we pass out candy now. But I remember when I was a little kid, my mom and dad would walk me around the block and they would stand at the street and they would make me go up by myself. So or whoever I was with, and my sister, whatever. We'd go up. We'd ring the doorbell. They'd come to the door. We'd say trick or treat. They'd give us. We had to say thank you, and we would leave. And I remember I had my head down looking at my thing, and I rang the doorbell, and I looked down, and this green foot came out. You've heard the story. This green foot came out, and I was like, why is that foot green? It was like no shoes or socks on. And I looked up, and it was Hulk.
Yeah, it was.
Like it was the Hulk.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there. And
did he have on a costume or was it a really big, muscular man that painted himself green?
I think it was just a man that was painted green. Okay. And so he had on these rags of clothes kind of.
Yeah.
And I just remember stepping back And like, this dude didn't be like, he wasn't like, oh, it's okay, don't be scared. He just kept walking towards me. And I just turned around and ran to my parents. And I remember him going out into the middle of his yard. He didn't have no candy or nothing. He was just Green Hulk. And he started ripping his shirt, going, "Rah!" And he was yelling and stuff. And I was like, that's the real Hulk. And he didn't give me any candy.
He didn't give you any candy.
No, he was just out scaring people. But I was traumatized. So anyway, there's my story. All right. How about that? Should we end with that?
Yeah, I feel much more connected with you now.
Absolutely. Hey, and that was good. We did a little bit of serious, a little bit of fun, and now we're going to sign off with our figurine hand. All right. So here we go. See you guys next time.
Peace.